Okay, we are live and there is a little bit of a delay. I'm going to hit the share button. I need to do the embed and copy this into my website. And then go to Squarespace. Then everybody can come on in. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. This is gonna go up for a replay later. This is gonna go up and I'm gonna look really goofy. I don't really care. I don't really care. Slumber party in this world. Slumber party. Boop, boop, boop. Hubby is behind me. I'm preparing so that way when it is exactly at the 10-minute, like it's almost 10 minutes before my meeting is supposed to start. The pages. Go to this one. Edit. And not do it that way. Almost there. Okay. Last part. Take my notes from here and upload them to my Google Docs. And let the people know. All right, so I am live currently on the YouTubes. But the link directly there is on my bio. It's looking like a slumber party. We are live in the background. So meet me there. So, this should be fun because I've not done anything like this before. I'm hopeful that everything goes well and that you guys are digging it when it's all said and done. Let me share my screen with you and be done. Oh, here we go. 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 We're not going to optimize right now. I'm hopeful that it works out for the best. I'm going to hit this present button and go from there, right? I'm going to do a standard presentation. Let me make sure that the screen share perfect. Okay, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. So that way everybody can come in because I said that I would be in by 8 o'clock. And it's only 5 minutes before 8. I also don't really know kind of what I'm doing from a webinar perspective. This is my first time kind of sharing and broadcasting and all the things. So please be gracious with me as I'm trying to figure it out. I have notes and everything. I bet you though, like, it's going to be a party. Oh, a whole layer thing. So let me pull up my Google Drive. I'm just all Googled out. Crazy. I'm crazy about it. So now we wait. I feel like I should have party music while we're waiting. But I also think that's a licensing issue right now with YouTube. Don't want to do that. Just don't. This will be available for replay on my website. So you only get to watch it live once. I'll probably end up vamping this in a week to make it better than what it is. As of now, I already know what I'm going to improve based off of when I did a dry run. So I'm so excited because we're always growing and improving. I got 3 more minutes. I need a beat, honey. My husband just gave me the peace sign. He did not provide me with said beat. Hmm. 3 more minutes. Let me make sure I text my people. We'll get started soon. Okay. All right, we're going to get started here in just 1 minute, less than, because it says 7:59, which means that we're only a few seconds away. I'm so excited. Oh, I probably need to also record at the same time. That was the thing that I forgot. Bear with me. Record. Bring my shared window to the front, it says. Okay. All right. So it is 8 o'clock. We are going to get started. I am going to be on time. I'm going to do what I can to say the good stuff, leave you guys with good things, and then take action. I will leave you with very actionable items at the end of this webinar. I promise I won't take a ton of your time. So I am so happy and excited that you're here. Welcome to my first live webinar. My name is Jillian. About you. This is about anybody who has taken the time to watch this lovely webinar. It's saying my internet connection's unstable. The enemy will not have any place here. So we're just going to keep it pushing. This particular webinar is specifically on /masterclass/ whatever you want to call it, confidently branding and selling yourself or your product. But really, you are your brand, and the product is a thing that people can purchase as part of you as a brand. People don't buy products, they buy relationships that have a product attached to it. They don't buy a service, they buy the relationship that's attached to the service. So I'm here to show you those things, how I've kind of grown from that. And I am so excited, so pumped, so ready to help you guys get more out of your bottom line. So again, my name is Jillian. I'm a mindset marketing and business strategist. I love everything to do with business. I love putting people on. It is my whole jam. I'm married to my best friend. He is chilling in the background, has given me such great support in putting this whole thing together. He actually was super helpful this evening with getting the baby ready for bed, which is the next thing on my list. I am a mom to a beautiful, beautiful baby girl. Her name is Zoe. I would show a picture, but I did not include her in these slides. So for the next go round, right, when you are thinking of improvements, I am a marketing nerd and business strategist. When I say nerd, I mean like nerd. Like I spend more days trying to find out how to better my analytics or better other people's analytics. And do a ton of research to try and make sure that I'm getting the best strategies in place. And the same thing for I've done a little bit of everything. So I know enough to help create a well-rounded strategy. And I also have a team of people that I'm able to reference if I don't know something. So have become really resourceful in terms of marketing and business as a whole. I'm obsessed with a good cup of Cafe Bustelo. If you are mi gente, then you know that Cafe Bustelo is the only coffee you drink. You do not have any of the other shoo whatever. I'm not a Starbucks person in any capacity at all. I've lived in Nigeria for Christmas time and am completely convinced West Africans celebrate the holiday the best. I hated Christmas for many, many years, but when I did Christmas in Nigeria, there's just something different about it. So let me know in the comments, in a DM, in an email, whatever, if you have ever traveled abroad during the holidays and what your experience has been like. I'm all about that. So this, like I said, is about you. I told you a little bit about myself so that way you knew who you were talking to, okay? But there is more to this than me. Look, my glasses are all creating a glare. It's a mess. I'm just here to be able to support you, right? So you needed to know who was going to be cheering you on and being like your hype lady in your business and in your marketing strategy. And that's me. But I'm here to talk about you and explain why you're here. So you probably stumbled into this webinar or masterclass because you are feeling burnt out. If you are a new entrepreneur, you are literally juggling everything by yourself. You are the janitor, the accountant, the marketer, as well as the production person, the idea guy. Like you're all of the things. And as far as you know, you're doing so much and you need a strategy so that way you can maximize it. You're also probably here because you need to reach new besties, which is the entire purpose of your business is to grow your top of funnel so that way your bottom of funnel helps to keep you sustained. You don't want to just keep pulling from the same pool of people. Your intent is to grow your audience and your reach. So you're here because you want to have new ideal clients, new besties that show up and kind of funnel into your tribe. You're feeling confused by marketing. That could be another reason why you're here, right? You could be here because you're confused by what type of social media to use, how to use it once you're on that platform. You're not sure whether it's supposed to be Instagram or Facebook, which are owned by the same company, or Twitter or TikTok or Clubhouse, which is the latest craze right now. You're not sure which platform to go off of, and you're really confused once you get on the platform because the hashtag game is a hot mess, or you're not sure how to word your content. You're also here because you probably need some organization. Like you came on because you're not confident in your business branding strategies as an organized human being, right? Or you're here to try and grow from your mistakes. You stumbled again into this webinar or masterclass, whatever you want to call it, and you've realized that you've made some pretty cruddy mistakes. And some that you know have made you a better person, have made you a better business owner. Along the way, you want to start to refine those mistakes and use them to fuel you forward. I call it failing forward, and you'll see why in a minute. So that is why you're here. So here's what I am promising to give you by the end of this class. You're going to learn that mistakes are not the enemy. They're actually part of your purpose. Every mistake that you've ever learned or not learned in your business strategy situation was a setback that set you up for the comeback. And again, I'll explain that a little bit later. You're here to, you will learn how to identify and speak to your dream client. It's not as complicated as I bet you're probably making it out to be. Actually, I can almost guarantee speaking to your dream client, you have overcomplicated it in some capacity. And I, as your business bestie, am going to help simplify it for you so that way you can have more dollars in your pocket, but also feel more connected to your people. And you'll also learn how to shift the mindset roadblocks so that way you're able to overcome those things. And I guarantee you will learn those things, the tools that you need in order for you to successfully implement them after this 45 minutes is over. Okay? That is my guarantee to you. This masterclass or webinar is for you if you are ready to take action, and that just kind of means that whatever strategies that I'm giving today, and I promise you these are like $5,000 golden nuggets that I would pay good money for and have paid good money for, that I'm giving to you for free, like for free dollars. You did not have to pay me anything in order to get this. So I want you guys to take this and really implement it and put it into action. This is not for you to sit on. This is definitely for you if you're unclear on your current messaging, right? I come from a wordsmithing background, okay? Copy is my jam. The whole jam, strawberry jam, grape jam, mandarin jam, whatever you want to call it, that's my thing. And as a result, I've had to learn to clarify my words so that way I am very careful and intentional when I choose them and choose them well. This is also for you if you've got tough skin. As you can already tell, I don't play around. I'm a very no nonsense person, and I just kind of give it to you straight. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. And you kind of got to have tough skin in order for you to be able to be successful in business. So I assure you that if you are any of these three things, all of these three things, that you're ready to take action, you're unclear in your current messaging, and you've got tough skin, this is definitely for you. This is not for you, though, and you can exit stage left if you're going to complain about what you've done wrong and absolutely not take any action. This is not for you if that's what you're going to do. I am not a person who is going to give you advice and then you just not do anything with it. Just not that person. I mean, you could sit through this webinar, but it's going to be a waste of your time. Probably a waste of mine too, but oh well, it's on the internet now. Who cares? This is not for you if you have a very clear message. This is not for you if you know your client base, if you have a tribe, if you're clear on your marketing. You probably need somebody like 6,000 levels ahead of me to help you up level in that capacity. I'm not your girl. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not your girl. I can provide some value in some capacity, but if you're already making six figures and you feel like you're killing the game, this is not for you. This is also not for you if you're going to get upset that I have an offer that you're going to take action on at the end. That's a paid offer. If that's going to bother you, then I wouldn't sit through this webinar or masterclass, because that's kind of the point of this. So anyway, we're going to kind of jump straight into it. I had some notes here, but I think I'm going to just fly off of what my slides are going with and expand on them for you, because that's what you came here for. You came here for the juice. So I'm here to give it to you. I like to start off things with a quote because I feel like certain quotes set the tone for things. So this one is from one of my all-time favorite entrepreneurs. I am an Apple girl at heart. I used to work for the company, and they are a phenomenal company to work for. Always recommend them as a first job. Will forever recommend them as a place that they center around their people, and here's why. Steve Jobs created a culture that he literally built it off of mistakes. So what he had said, and I couldn't agree more, is sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly and get on with improving your other innovations. You started a business, right? I'm gonna stop the share for about. Oh, you know what? How do I do this? I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna pause the share. You own a business. You own a business, you do the thing, you make mistakes. You wouldn't have come here to this webinar or masterclass if you didn't make mistakes and you wanted to learn from them. I am here because I want you to understand, like, I get that. So I'm here to help you learn from those mistakes and get on with it. Roll them up, use them as a life lesson, as a strategy going forward. Don't get stuck. Okay. Let us continue moving forward. How do I know that you've probably made mistakes? Honey, I failed forward. So I am a serial entrepreneur. I've had many businesses. I've done photography, graphic design, web design. I have done MLM. I've done all kinds of things. I've started a lot of stuff, and I would market really, really well. again, I know the power of messaging. I know the power of words. I know the power of kind of getting steam rolling. And I would gain so much traction. I mean, sales would be climbing in 2 weeks of me starting something. And that is why headhunters for MLM agencies would come and find me, because they knew that with my energy, as you can see, I would be able to help bring in more money to their organization. Or I would start a business of whatever kind. And the reason that people would want me on their team as a partner is because I am just super energetic and knew what I was doing. So I would market the heck out of things. And I always have had a really good connection with my people, and I would gain traction, but I would get super scared and bounce. I have started, I cannot tell you how many businesses, and have not failed at them, but I would be terrified of being successful. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't want, whatever success meant at the time. And so I would start things and it would go really, really well. And then I would get terrified and just like quit my business. And people would be like, but you do all of these really great things and you do them so well with excellence. And what I realized is every time that I started a business, what I didn't like was the nitty gritty details. So I figured out that the thing that I did really well and that I'm really good at is marketing, right? So I'm excellent at marketing and hyping people up and, pushing products out the door and all of that stuff, but I'm terrible at selling something that feels icky. I have to fully believe in a product, and I have to fully believe in the people. And that's why I was really good at the marketing portion, but I hated the sales portion of maybe a product that I didn't really buy into, which is ridiculous because marketing is sales, right? Like, you put the product in front of people, you want them to buy it. But I didn't want to ever collect people's money. I've changed my mind about that. So I've stumbled into this lovely, lovely arena of digital marketing, and I'm fantastic at it. It is the thing that I am the best at. I'm also really good at not just digital marketing, but putting together business plans for other people. I tell you this so that way I get it what it means to be afraid of success more than failure. I could fail all day long. I do failure well. I do not do success well. And that's because I'm terrified of, I don't know. I'm afraid of whatever success looks like. So I have had to learn to be that while I'm good at a lot of things, not every good thing is the thing that I'm meant to do. Whatever I'm passionate about is what I should be doing, not everything that I'm good at. And I've had to take a step back and understand that my passion is the thing that I push forward, not just the fact that I'm good at something. So I'm passionate about building purpose-driven businesses. I'm passionate about building purpose-driven businesses that are founded by Black women and just women in general, but that's what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about building purpose-driven, faith-driven businesses by other women, so that way I could see their dreams come to fruition because I knew it was advancing the kingdom. That's what I'm passionate about, and that's why I did this. Sorry, I went too fast. So I am the business hype woman. I'm your business bestie. I'm your business marketing bestie. I'm the one who is going to tell you that you can do that business that you thought that you couldn't do, or take whatever random idea that you did have and turn it into a business for you. That's what I'm really, really good at. I can take whatever you're passionate about and turn it into something. If you're good at resume building and writing, if you're good at interview skills, if you're good at, with kids, if you're good with words, I will find a business for you that will help you to trade in your time for your dollars. So that way you're not having to work as many hours. You can make more money by profiting on a service, on your expertise, selling your expertise. I am that business hype woman, and I will gladly offline create a business strategy for you, and then you just need to implement it. what I've also found throughout the years of failing forward is that consistency is key. So I've obviously given a ton of free marketing advice to people and have become an expert at that. I've given a ton of free advice to people regarding how to scale their businesses. I've given all of this knowledge away because it's all also found on Google. And whenever I've seen individuals or businesses take it seriously and consistently do whatever the strategy is, not just do it for a week, not just do it for like a month, do it consistently for like a year, their numbers move positively. I think we as a Western culture have moved away from the whole consistency thing. And I too am guilty of instant gratification. I want it in a microwave. I hate the crock pot. So when I decided that I was going to do my own business and really work the thing, I decided that I too needed to take my own advice and start doing it consistently. Just today, I posted an Instagram reel after asking advice on what works best from somebody else. And um, I had been with terrible numbers on my reels for the past week and a half when I previously was viral. So I retried it, tweaked some things, and sure enough, my numbers went viral again on my Instagram reels. And viral for me is anything that is double my audience size. So it doesn't have to be insane, but it was double my audience size of viewership and as well as engagement that's coming from it. But I've got to be consistent. I could have just been super discouraged at the fact that my numbers weren't where I wanted them to be. And instead, I pushed through it. And once I pushed through it, then I was able to get to my next barrier, or my next level. I broke through the barrier to get to my next level. So consistency is key. If you work anything long enough and hard enough, your dreams will happen, but you have to work it. Hard work is a thing, and a lot of people don't want to do it. So, why you need one client and not four? I'm going to just pause this screen sharing situation for a minute and explain. The reason that a lot of entrepreneurs that are similar to me, who are multi-passionate about a lot of things and very gifted in certain areas, fail in certain in the bottom line thing, or fail to gain traction, is because we focus on too many people. We have this whole, I'll explain it, but we have this fear of missing out, that if we don't cast our net super wide, we're not going to have, the right people coming through, or we're never going to have any people coming through. And the truth is, like, this is a big myth that you need to just be generic. The truth is, if you speak to everyone, you are speaking to no one. Like, I hate generic messages. I hate if, like, Nike just released an ad recently, and Nike has done a lot of ads, a lot of them, but there was one ad that they did recently that specifically spoke to female mother athletes. And now they're building like an entire maternity line. And it showed breastfeeding and labor and a woman like literally running in her third trimester. That spoke to me, and I wanted to go and like buy all the Nike stuff. They spoke to one person, a mom that is an athlete and is pregnant and about to give birth. Spoke to one person, and the whole thing blew up because it resonated with so many people. That is the power of speaking to one person and them getting whatever dollars started to follow shortly thereafter. You need to know exactly who you're speaking to, so your brand message is clear. So I'm going to resume sharing. If you speak to everybody, you're speaking to nobody, and you need to know exactly who you're speaking to so your brand message is clear. That Nike ad just killed the game. And we all know those ads that happen even like around Christmas time, where they speak to a very particular sentiment of family, or like a grandfather that needs to be with their grandchildren. That one ad like had me in tears, that this grandpa was lifting weights just so that way he could lift up his granddaughter to put the star on top of the tree. That is intense. And it makes you want to go out and buy the weights that were part of that thing because you too want to lift up whomever your little one is in your life that was important to you. That was what the whole thing was. And then once you have a target, your 98% of freeloaders drop off, and that 2% really grows your brand and your bottom line. Have you ever, okay, and hopefully this works. Have you ever had where you're starting a new service or you're starting a new company or whatever the thing is, and when you start the thing, you create a freebie and like literally everybody signs up for the freebie because it's super generic and it could work for anybody, and then nobody buys the product at the end of it? That is what I'm talking about. Once you have a target audience and you speak very specifically to that person, the freeloaders stop. You won't just have an email list of people who are never going to buy from you. You're going to have an email list of actual clients. That's what you're going to have. Let's see here. So, how do you identify your ideal client? This is the juicy stuff. So you wanted to increase your bottom line, you need to know how to identify your ideal client. So first, name them. My ideal client's name is Melissa Cruz. I'm not joking. That's who I've named her. That's who she is. She is 39 years old. No, she's not 39. She's 29 years old. She's a mom and is a mom of like 2 kids. And I named her like her kids. And I explained like what she wants to do. Like she's broke right now, but she's trying to build a business so that way she can break free from her 9 to 5. And she still wants to keep her kids in daycare, but she wants to have the freedom to like pick them up from daycare or take time off from work. Like literally got in her head. She likes cappuccinos on the weekends. She likes brunch on Sundays with mimosas with her girlfriends. She goes to Brio on a regular basis. Like I got very specific. I defined her likes and dislikes, and that allows me to get into her mind. So Melissa Cruz does such and such thing, hates this other thing, goes to these particular places, allows me to get in their mind. That is how you identify your ideal client. I'm going to stop the sharing for a minute, and I'm going to actually do a whiteboard. So that way you can see this thing. Hold on one second. Share screen. Here we go, whiteboard. Do a share. So I'm going to be very intentional about this so that way you guys can see. So when you have somebody like I said, Melissa Cruz was my person, right? She's 29. She works as a telemarketer. 2 children, Josie and Lena, and she goes to Brio for brunch on Sundays for mimosas, hates watermelon, loves butter ice, and loves watching Mr. Iglesias. If you haven't seen Mr. Iglesias, you have to see it. So this is specifically my ideal client. Now it can go a little bit deeper than this if you wanted it to, but what I am really passionate about is now I have a person that I'm specifically speaking to. So if I wanted to kind of work with her and her pain points, right? So since she has 2 kids and she works as a telemarketer, I understand the pain of customer service on a regular basis and trying to get people to buy something. So she already has the gift of selling and the gift of gab. She's just not using it to build her brand. She's using it to build another person's brand. And so when I'm going to sell her my service of helping her to build her business effectively, I know which pain points to work with, and I know how to then schedule my posts or my Instagram marketing or whatever around that. This, I'm going to do a spotlight situation. This is how this works. Okay. This is a whole thing. This is what you need. If you do not have an ideal client like that, it's messy. It's very messy. Going back to this and share. That is where the dollars are. I'm not joking. As a result, you'll be able to get into your clients' minds and be able to market to them really, really well. I'm sorry, it's allergy season right now, and it's a mess here in Delaware. So how do you speak to them? So Melissa Cruz is my friend. She's not my client, she's my friend. So when I go to create posts or reels or do a story, or if I'm like on Clubhouse and I'm creating a Clubhouse room, I'm going to speak to Melissa Cruz, who represents my ideal client, as my friend, not a customer, not a number. She's my friend and I want to help her. If you don't do that, then you're not going to be successful. I'm just saying. Talking to your people like they are numbers and that's all you do is sell to them will not help you. So you're probably asking me, well, what mindset blocks do I have with all of this and whatnot, and why do I need to focus on it? So here's the deal. Remember I told you earlier that you have this whole thing with fear of missing out. It's called FOMO. That's what the abbreviation is. A fear of missing out, or what if syndrome, or imposter syndrome all really stem to one thing, that you have a poverty mindset. This is your road set, your mindset roadblock. Poverty has more to do with an internal need to be accepted than it does with your need to be rich. Let me repeat. I'm going to clap my hands like my daughter does at me. My daughter is 1 and she claps at me. It's a mess. Poverty mindset has more to do with an internal need to be accepted than it does with your need to be rich. Your validation from voices and people who aren't building you up without asking them for it. So like, you're not soliciting for them to build you up. They just do it anyway. If you don't have people like that in your life, it's not going to enhance you at all. You want to grow with a tribe and they will always cheer you on, but you don't want to solicit for their cheering you on. They should, like, people who genuinely want to see you do well would be people who just cheer you on naturally, that you don't have to force them to do that in any capacity. I'm going to go back. The thing that's holding you back is the fact that you have a poverty mindset. That's why you don't focus on one person, and that is why you're going to stay in poverty. And it's not me being negative. It is me being like totally blunt and honest, because I've been there. The more that I focused on trying to please everybody and trying to make the things happen for everybody, because I was like, well, what if I don't get that client? Well, what if I don't take this meeting? I've said more yes to things than no. And when I started saying no to things, that way I could like only focus on the one client in the one niche that I really wanted. The more that I did that, the more clients started coming in, right? Like I stopped saying yes to everybody and I started saying yes to one person. And as a result of saying yes to one type of person, to my Melissa Cruz client, it turned out that I'm booked and busy. And so I'm a full-time mom, full-time wife, full-time employee, full-time business owner. And when I realized like I didn't want to be an employee anymore, I wanted to be the boss. I had to come out of this mindset of I need to speak to everybody because I'm afraid of missing a sale, and instead knew that I was worth something. That is my personal experience. Once I caught this whole, I don't need to be accepted by everybody, I just need to be accepted by my ideal audience or my ideal client, and that I was going to be validated in that from the people who are already giving that to me, completely changed the game in my business, completely. I'm booked and busy. Sorry. That's how it works. So you want to learn how I can help you get supported through this because I just threw a lot of information at you. There's a lot of things that I provided. Well, I'm going to give you the sauce to help you out with that and go a step further. So here's what I do, and I offer it in a very personalized way outside of here to help like my clients get to where they need to be. Um, I research hashtags. I will find a way to create a posting schedule for you, create specific themes, encourage you in certain areas, speak to the mindset barriers that you have, do audits on your site, tell you where you need to fix it, where you need to adjust it, work with your sales copy, your content copy, all of that. That is what I help you with. I am specific in tailoring a strategy to help you grow. That is my job. And I do it in 3-month increments with my clients. Then if you want to stay on further, you can. But that is what I do because I have seen it be successful in my own life. When I started moving away from whatever barriers and roadblocks I had in my brain, when I started creating a specific strategy and I wasn't just winging it, when I started to get more organized and it just so happens to coincide with spring, that is what helped me. And that it has built my confidence in order for me to be able to build my brand and my business to help you grow yours. So, if this at all resonated with you, you want to know more, you want to find out more things, I did not leave my Instagram hashtag, but if you found me, it's through Instagram, so you know where to find it. I am on Instagram at Jillian.Davina. You can reach me via email, via hello@jilliandavina.com. And we will work together. I do offer customized one-on-one coaching sessions starting at $497. We can work it in a payment arrangement if needed, but it is $497. I'm only opening up 10 seats because my calendar is crazy right now. So I'm specifically opening up 10 seats, the first 10 people to hop in on this. I have a very personalized business strategy for your expansion, very personalized marketing plan for your preferred social media program or platform. So if you're on Instagram or on LinkedIn or on Facebook or on Twitter or on Clubhouse, if you don't have an invitation to Clubhouse, DM me on Instagram and I'll get it to you. Or on WhatsApp if you're a WhatsApp person. Whatever your social media platform is, I will help you grow there. If you're on TikTok, I'm still trying to figure that out. I will do the research. I'll figure it out. I'll make it happen for you. And I also offer personalized mindset coaching to help break your poverty mindset because I believe that every person should expand and grow and not have to feel like they're stuck in poverty. So that's what I do. That's what I offer. Um, and I really want to work with you, right? Like that is my thing. That's why I'm opening up only 10 slots, nothing more. Right now, 3 of them are full. So I've got probably 7 more slots left. Of the 10 new ones that I was opening because I already have an existing base. I want you guys to take advantage of this. I can't do anything more than that. It is very time sensitive, and because I believe we went through 2020 with chaos in this pandemic. This pandemic was a nightmare, but businesses thrived in the middle of it because they knew who they were talking to. They knew how to optimize their platforms. And the reason that I price how I price is you're paying for the expertise. I am very gifted at research, and you could find all of this for free on Google and YouTube. You can. But why would you want to waste time if you're trying to grow your bottom line? So that is my spiel. Thank you for coming to my webinar. Anybody who has signed up or has gotten this link, I will for sure be following up with you. Please drop me your email in my DM or send me an email to hello@jilliandavina.com, and I will follow up with you and we can get on a discovery call if you want to know more. I offer 60-minute discovery calls throughout the week. And I am so looking forward to it. So thank you for staying and getting all the nuggets for free. And hope you guys have a great night. Peace.